Is everyone okay?
Yeah.
Jess, is your microphone still working?
Yeah.
Okay. Who wants to start?
Okay, so most of what we did last time was centered around walking the Pilgrim's Way.
Sure.
Yeah, it turned out there was a lot more obstacles in it than we expected.
Yeah, it was a veritable aggro crag of challenges.
I guess we expected a literal cakewalk.
Yeah.
We ran into that simultaneous lava and boiling water monster.
That was
fun.
later though. I think the first thing that we ran into was the platform that had been lifted into the air by like a marble column.
Oh yeah, that's right. We all had to climb that, and we failed miserably.
Then there was
one of us failed miserably. Who was it?
It was you.
It was me.
And then there was the test of faith, and then there was puzzle. But in between that, we met a Jaime named BVR who was fighting a chagrin intrusion. It was pretty bad. Pretty unprepared. If we didn't show up, he probably would have died.
Mm-hmm.
Also, along the path between the Firestone and the Pillar Stone, we discovered a group of folks who were killed by mysterious means. I think I worked out that possibly Scorching Ray, but more powerful. But we never investigated the bodies.
Yeah, we had shit to do. Gotta worry
we
about
should have
ourselves.
investigated the bodies, though, because one of those humanoids was extra large, which sounds like our friend the Jaime from back home.
Yeah, so, I'm glad you brought that up. I did a shit job describing that. And based on your perception roll, you would have been able to see. It wasn't just like a large person. It was more like the size of an ogre or a giant or an Etten.
So not a human, like an actual large humanoid.
Yes.
Gotcha. That makes me feel better.
Oh yeah, and then we had the fire that we had to walk through. That was fun.
Yeah, that was the Trial of Faith.
And then was that the same one as the riddle one, or was that different?
It was the same one.
Different.
Yeah. We had the virtue and vice.
Yeah.
We had to pick one up or choose one and then leave the others.
And then we got to town.
And
they took our teleporty bag. Teleport out. Took the teleport out to the teleporty bag.
Yeah, they made it into just a regular bag.
Except for yours.
And also everyone's weapon, except for Fonzip.
Yeah, Fonzip's fine.
I actually had a question about that. I vocally turned in my scythe, but I forgot that I have a hand crossbow because I never use it. Did they search us, or is that just still in my bag because I didn't volunteer it?
They would have patted you down. You can make if you want to keep it. You can make a consequence-free sleight of hand check right now.
I would have handed it over if I thought of it, so they can have found it.
Okay.
Dan, can you try reconnecting one time?
Yes.
I really should have done a sleight of hand, honestly. I definitely could have passed
User
that.
disconnected from.
Okay, I don't have long. Now that he's gone.
Uh-huh.
User entered your channel.
So, would I have had to do that for my braces of brawling, or is that not considered a weapon?
Not considered a weapon.
Okay, cool.
Dan, tell me about your day for a sec to find out.
I made a bunch of windows at a church and made everyone very uncomfortable talking about D&D.
It's still kind of choppy, but I don't think we can do anything about it.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like a different kind of choppy than Discord, where we can hear all of your words, but you sound like a robot, so not so bad.
I live in Maine and it is snowing, so it may just be a connection thing we can't do much about.
Yeah, you're actually fine now, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like fine sometimes. So we're
This is
good.
definitely way better than Discord overall. Let's
It
just let's
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, no one is.
I agree.
No one is cutting out now.
Yeah.
yeah.
Which is the real, or which was the real problem.
I also made a note to myself to go find the crest walkers. Oh yeah, they were a bunch of druids. That's right, I remember. I'm gonna go do that. It's on my list.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, we left off. You guys had just. Oh, what is there anything else anyone wants to?
Yeah,
Just,
we're being
just to
arrested.
confirm, the symposium is tonight, and we've been told to go to the annex for questioning in
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody really brought that up. I'm surprised.
Well, I mean, we all.
It didn't
we're
seem
all
like it
so-
was important.
Yeah, yeah, it's not important.
Yeah, that's true. No one brought that up no one brought either of those things up in the
Yeah.
the summary. Yeah, it's like I mean it's probably like 10:30, 11 in the morning at this
Okay.
point. You guys are supposed to, or should you choose to go, the symposium is this evening. You actually don't know what time or where it is. And you were told to report to the annex tomorrow morning. So just about 24 hours. Or a little less than 24 hours from now. Okay, yeah, so you guys have just made it through the gates, and there's actually there's quite a bit of a corridor that you go through once you pass through the initial gate to get into the actually get into the city. Like I said, the city is completely walled. It's built into the base of this mountain range, and it is, and the design of it is indicative of the fact that it was formerly a large military fortification at one point in its history. So when you do finally get into the proper part of the city, it is this sprawling expanse. It's several times larger than either of the settlements you've been to thus far. It's the first one that you can't see all the way across from one end to the other.
Cool.
And the first thing that sort of greets you is there's sort of like a small circle of what look like shops or other facilities. Maybe something that looks vaguely like a church off towards the left. There's an standing immediately in front of you and beginning to walk towards you is a it's like an urchin. It's a boy that's maybe about 12 or 13 years old. Does not look particularly wealthy or well taken care of. He just walks up to the group of you and just pokes Fonzip like in his forearm.
Watch where you're going, boy.
I work for Agros. I'm supposed to show you around.
Oh. You work for Agros?
Yeah, I'm Phobos.
Oh, this could be a scam, Fonza. This guy looks like he has killing intent in his eyes.
No,
At
no.
least in-
I think
Well,
he's
little
fine.
boy, are you going to kill us?
No?
Don't harass the child.
Are you sure you haven't spent that much time with us yet? Or change your mind on that? Yeah, well,
Okay.
I believe a tip is customary.
I'm not
Okay,
gonna
well,
tip
go on
you.
then.
He hasn't done anything yet.
Oh, he found us. It's pretty impressive.
I saw you lose some obols back before, so you're clearly not very concerned with your money.
No, I'm not. Just shiny rocks. I don't get it.
I believe a tip is customary.
Astor, what do you mean you don't get it? I wrote you a whole treatise on representational currency like weeks ago.
Yeah.
Well, don't you remember he can't read?
I made it talk to him.
Wait, you did.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah. Well, it wasn't very persuasive.
What was your name again, child?
I did
Phobos?
leave.
Phobos?
Yeah.
How is Agros?
Loud.
Oh, good.
Well, go on, show us
Yeah,
around.
Just show us too, boy.
Where do you want to go?
Is the newest Speedia Armory here, or is that in Agron's?
Yeah, that's here.
Oh, that is here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I need to go there,
Okay.
and I also want to go to an herbalist or apothecary. I'm sure there's plenty here.
Those are right next to each other.
Oh, well. Okay, that's what I want. What do you guys want?
Is there a library or a place to purchase magical spell components?
Yeah. Both.
And they're called?
Oh, sorry. Well, there's a few stores that sell magic stuff. The Capilloy in town is actually right behind us. The mean old guy named Sostratos. There's Vester's Gifts over by the Agora. He's an enchanter, the guy that works there.
Can he enchant weapons?
Yeah, he can enchant anything. And then
Can you enchant me? I'm just kidding. Keep going.
something really specific you want, you could always go to the House of Acquiring. But those guys are a little shady.
Shady, you say?
Shady in what way?
Yeah, are they hiring? I'm just asking for a friend.
Well, like, town's only supposed to have one Capilloy, right? So they're not in the business of selling things. Instead, they provide the service of finding things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it sounds like you guys wrote a law with a big loophole in it.
What do you mean the town is only supposed to have one Capilloy?
Well, that's you guys not from here?
Do I look like I'm from here?
I believe Fonzip is the only one that's from here.
I know exactly what that is. Knowledge check.
No, Capilloy is a person who sells things that they didn't make themselves.
Yeah, that's right. You want to sell something at a store, you have to have made it yourself, except for the Capilloy that's licensed by the government.
Why is there only allowed to be one of them?
I don't know.
Guess we'll ask Loud. Okay. What if the Capilloy is like really bad at being a Capilloy and you want to get a new one?
Go to a different town.
That sucks.
You start your own town.
Oh yeah.
You'll find the Union strong here.
Theramides, number 10 on the map.
Huh?
On the
I
map,
forgot about the map.
Therimedes apostrophe, but it doesn't say what Therimedes' place is.
Oh, are you this little? Are you asking?
I'm asking Jack, sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean that's a fancy restaurant.
Okay, I'm looking on the map. I don't see Capitol anywhere.
It's the Frosted Alcove.
Oh, sorry. Carry on then.
Which one is the fancy restaurant?
Thermides, number 10.
Sweet.
Where is this man?
What?
Nothing. Found it.
Okay, so that was like 8 places. Where are we going?
Where's the library?
Well, not really library, but there's a place with a lot of books that anyone can read, called the Pilgrim's Rest. Or just like a place with free junk. You can sit down.
How much do you weigh?
Good question, Aster.
Me?
Yeah.
Less than you.
A boy like you could fetch a high price.
No. If you take me to my place first, I'll let you ride on my back. Well, I'll fly you there.
I'm looking to go to the Naked Archon. I don't need directions. By the way, none of you guys change your clothes or anything, and don't shower either.
I'm not wearing clothes.
I was just going to mention that. I'd like some new clothes and a bath myself.
Well, don't do it.
What?
Why?
Why?
Well, I mean, like, you guys are supposed to look like pilgrims, so we're gonna try to, like, play that up,
Is there mud on the floor, or is it like hard? Is it like paved or like hard? What's the floor like right now?
I use prestidigitation to soil Fonzip's clothing.
I mean that's fine. Like, I can shower. My house is here.
Soil myself.
Thank you, Aster.
It is all cobblestone paved, but it is gross.
Okay. Yeah. I'm on second thought. I changed my mind. Not this time. See you later. Oh yeah. So have you ever flown on a bird person before?
If you guys all want to go to different spots, I can just point you there, and I can go home.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
Don't you
sure,
wanna
that would be fine.
fly home?
Where is the symposium being held?
Oh,
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
talking about Agros's thing, right?
Yes.
Is that that big building? He points towards the northwest. That's in front of the gardens.
The League Annex or the Champions Acropolis?
No, it's number 9 on your map.
Number 9. Okay.
Oh, Symposium Hall.
Oh, it's the Symposium Hall. Okay.
That's its name?
Yeah.
Do you know what time it would be at? We weren't really given any details.
Never.
It'll probably start at like 6. That's when most of them start.
What about a map?
A nap?
A map. Of,
Oh, a map.
Yeah, a map of Pyrrhus.
Can we just assume we got a map?
Yeah, don't you have maps like, come visit wonderful Perennis? And it has like a water slide on the front and like...
Right. I'm just trying to think. If you want a map of the town, like for tourists, get that at the Pilgrim's Rest.
I feel like we should go there first then.
Sure.
Is that like an inn?
No, it's just like a. I don't really know how to describe it. It's just like a.
Wait, is that what you said the library was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, let's go there and like use all this stuff and make them regret giving it away for free.
Sounds good to me.
Can you read maps, Aster?
Yeah, no, that's stupid.
Beg to differ. Oh! I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right, boy. Well, let's get going.
I guess I'll come with
I
you
got room
guys
for
to the
everything.
Alright,
pilgrims.
this needs to show us. You just go home. Fonzip's from here. If you can't show us
Father,
around,
don't you have an estate or something here with your family?
Yeah, but I'm gonna go get wasted.
Do you have any family?
Yeah, Fonzip, we really don't know much about you, to be honest.
Yeah, Fonzip, tell me about your family as we walk to Pilgrim's Rest.
I have a big beautiful family, with many human children and a human wife.
Is she a wizard?
I feel like I should make an insight.
Yeah, someone who doesn't take a -3 when someone lies to them should make an insight.
Let me make an
Oh,
insight
yeah, I
check.
forgot about that. Yeah, Len's gonna do it.
Yeah, I've got +6.
I have +7.
Ooh.
And I have guidance.
Ooh, okay.
I still only got an 18.
Is it only a 19?
18.
Oh, yeah. Only an 18.
God.
Who's answering here?
Yeah,
You want-
you would have to answer, Alex.
Oh, who's what was the roll?
An
18.
18?
Fonzip, do you want to contest? You can you depending on if you can make either a persuasion roll or a deception roll to contest it, depending on whether or not you're telling the truth. You don't have to tell us which one you're rolling, but tell me what the
I mean, to be honest,
result is.
I haven't fleshed this out, but as a public figure, it makes sense that I would have a family. And
Okay.
so if I'm allowed to generate one right now, I would not like to contest it.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Cool.
I won't be a dick and like push you for a bunch of details about them. Well,
I mean, you can. I can make up
names.
names and stuff.
Yeah.
I think there are a few more
pressing.
pressing questions we have for you, Fonzip.
Yeah, does she make lots of eggs?
Exactly what I meant.
You heard they say about women.
Actually,
making lots of eggs.
my wife makes the best teleboiled eggs you'll ever have.
Oh, you eat eggs? You sick fuck. Well, to be honest, the fact that you eat eggs,
I mean-
that doesn't surprise me.
I mean, you're not wrong, but you're probably not for the reasons that you're thinking of. Or maybe you are.
I'm actually really confused now.
So, Fonzip,
Good,
did you
good.
know that we were going to be arrested or called in for questioning when we got here?
No, I had no idea, to be honest. I mean, it doesn't look good upon me if you guys are, like, getting arrested while I'm, seen with you, at the very least.
Well, do you think that the favor we might get with your patron could help us get out of whatever situation we may be involved in? We don't even know the charges against us.
I mean, the fact that you're not in prison right now probably reflects well upon you, so none of us know what it is. I think we should just...
There are no prisons in this country.
I am pretty sure
None that you know of.
that this is related to that guy that I pulled Fonzie close to go try to kill in Kekanon.
It could be related to that.
Shoot out. You do know that the annexes, or at least that the annex in River Bottom, had a couple of cells in it where people could be held for a couple days before they were bound, and then turned back
Yeah,
out.
That's true. There was a quote-unquote prison in River Bottom, too.
It's not really prisons. Holding cell, guess that's.
It was like
Oh.
a holding chamber. Like a glass case, right?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Alright, well, let's head off to the Pilgrim's Rest. I'm interested to see what's there.
Okay.
Yep.
Is anyone not going there?
What time is it? You said it's like 11?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah. I will go, because we got.
I'll come to the Pilgrim's Rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys head off in that direction, and it is already a humble building to start with, but it is the closest building to it is what, as you approach, you're sort of like, oh, geez, what Bonzip explains to you that that is one of the estates of the three noble families of Perennis, and that this tiny little Pilgrim's Rest shack just sort of exists in its shadow. You walk in, and even though it's a square building, there's so much shelving around the outside that the floor space is circular. It's littered with dusty books, scrolls, maps. There's a litany of just sort of weirdly mismatched furniture and armchairs and benches and even a stump sort of lying around. And there's there's a circular desk in the center. It's just one room, like there's a circular reference desk sort of, and asleep at the reference desk with her head in a puddle of her own drool is what appears to be an elven woman with pigtails.
I walk up and knock on the table. Hello?
Ah! Ah!
Yeah, boo!
Having a nap?
Are you guys really here, or is this a dream?
Oh, we're here.
I don't know.
Whoa.
Maybe you should hit one of us to find out.
That's a good idea.
We should hit Joaquina because she woke you up.
She leans over and pinches you particularly hard.
Master?
Yeah.
Did she
So
take a feather?
no.
Okay, good. Feathers.
So I would have woken up if this was a dream just now, right?
I don't know. You're the expert on dreaming.
That was a deep roast.
It's your dream. You can make it have work however you want.
Yeah, try to float.
Yeah. Anyway, that's
Let her
not
talk.
really important. Yeah. What is important is that we're here regardless.
Yeah, why?
Oh,
forget.
I don't know. We're pilgrims, and we were told this is the Pilgrim's Rest, so
Oh yeah.
Sort of
You
made
can't
sense.
just Rest. You
Well-
don't have time to rest. You got like a bunch of errands to run.
It is the Pilgrim's Rest. But this town stopped letting pilgrims in like a year ago.
why is that?
But Kytharia's forgot to stop paying me, so keep coming into work.
What did you do?
You're supposed to hand out supplies to pilgrims and let them sit down for a while. There's sleeping bags in the corner over there.
We can't have as many as we want.
I mean, you're the first pilgrims in a year. You can take whatever you want.
Well, you must have a bunch of goods like saved up to give to me, right?
I guess.
Yeah. All right, later on. We'll take
Why
take it off,
did
'cause
they
you'll
stop
probably
letting
never see
pilgrims
another
in a year
pilgrim.
ago?
Whoa, hold on.
Yeah, sorry.
Huh?
Why did they stop letting pilgrims in a year ago?
Oh, I don't know. There was remember there's a real angry debate about it over at the Bool like a year ago, and everyone got to vote. Um, uh, guess they voted to keep him out.
Hmm.
I
Or just the ruling houses voted?
no, if it if there's if it's at the Bool, then everyone gets to vote.
Yeah, but how do you know it was fair anyway? Wait, did you get to count all the votes yourself?
No, most of the time it's not. Be honest.
Yeah. Really hard to do. Like not hard to do to make it be fair. Aren't like blaming 100%. That's cool. Yeah. What's weird? Well, for pilgrims, I guess. I guess you shouldn't tell anyone that though, because
What, that there's pilgrims here?
no, don't tell anyone that we're pilgrims if we're not allowed to be in here for pilgrims.
Well, you are allowed to be in here, and everyone will know about it very soon.
Yeah, but if you tell them I'm a pilgrim, then they might change their mind. You know, pilgrims aren't supposed to be here. I'm not
Yeah,
really
I
a
don't-
pilgrim. You know, I'm kind of just like in it.
No offense, but I don't think you would have made it through the gate if you weren't allowed to be here.
Hmm. We don't even really know why
All
we're
the
here.
goods
We're
to see if there's
symposium.
anything useful?
Yeah, I mean it's mostly like she said, there's canteens, there's bedrolls, there's some dried food, there's a couple lanterns and oil, there's some like flint and tinder, like basic like camping type supplies, stuff like that.
Hmm. Okay, well, I'll stock up on the oil since I'm pretty sure I threw mine a while ago.
Yeah, I was gonna
Okay.
say that's actually useful.
There
Yeah.
are books
How many can I
too,
take?
right?
Yes, there are lots of books.
So Len wants to look around and see if there's books that have houses that have.
Sorry, I missed the kind of books that you're looking for.
Any books that have to do with like the three houses of this city that could generally be helpful to our time here, and also to like ancient religions and what's been going on with them over the past like few hundred years.
Ooh. Okay. Make an investigation check.
Okay, I cast guidance on myself.
Oh, yo, elf woman, what's your name?
Jubilee.
Jubilee. Yeah, we didn't even ask. We just started helping ourselves to all of your stuff. I feel really bad.
That's
She said
fine.
you could have it.
I don't know. I'm gonna feel bad anyway. But not so
Got it.
bad, so don't worry. I'm gonna help myself to your stuff.
Got
What
a
was the-
9, Jack.
A 9. Don't find much related to those two topics in your first several minutes of looking. I think you found something, and as you start to pull it off the shelf, you just get blasted with this big dust cloud and sort of have to wave it off for a few moments. I'll let you make another roll in a sec.
Seeing them do this, I wander over and say, "What are you looking for?"
Looking for some information that could help us in this city. Does it not seem concerning to you that we're here and we don't know much about what's going on?
I'm also a bit concerned about our lack of information. Can I look around for anything that might explain the political goings on, the ruling houses, that sort of thing?
So you're making the same roll?
Yeah, or I'll help her on her next one.
Okay. Yeah. Well, Len, why don't you just make your next roll with advantage since he's helping you? But first, Aster, was there something that you were doing or saying to Jubilee?
Yeah. So I wanted to ask Jubilee if she has a map of the city I can take.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
She's got like a big like milk crate of them that just got like a bunch of like parchment.
Perfect.
I want one. Like
Yeah.
one too.
Oh yeah, and the dried food.
So the map that you're looking at, it's not even it's not exactly like the map that I had given you. It's sort of it's more a map of the greater area. So on it you see Perennis where you are now, and then you see what is as you get towards the center of the map, you see what is known as the Long Walls, which is a section of walled road that connects Perennis and Agronom City. Sort of the it's an even larger metropolitan area than where you are now.
Right.
The map even goes a little further west than that. And you can see that Agronom City is right on this large body of water called Lake Orenthal. And the furthest thing west on the map that you're looking at is this island called Maynard, which you can see that there's also a settlement located on.
So does it not have like the internal map of the city?
It does.
Oh, okay.
It just has all of that on it.
Okay.
It's
a combination of the two maps.
Yeah. It's a map of all three cities.
It's got a little fold-out insert.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, cool.
Are there any water slides?
What?
Who's that question for? Wait,
Never mind.
Never mind. Okay, go ahead and make your next investigation roll.
Talking to me?
Yes, and make it with advantage.
Yeah, I already did, and I got a 17.
Okay. Find two books. One is just very simply titled A Genealogy of Agronom, and the other one book is a bit more embellished. It's got a thick red leather tome, bit of stenciling on the front, and then sort of ominous letters on the front. You can see that the title is The Fall of Agron. And in flipping through the first couple pages, it is very much a book about the gods and their role in events that occurred just on the edge of recorded history.
Which is when?
Between 800 and 1,000 years ago. That's the edge of recorded history for these people.
Cool. I'm gonna take 5 of those oil flasks, or sorry, 4 of them. About it.
Okay.
What about the food? How much in like terms of like days worth of food? How much is it?
I don't know if you'd be interested in it because it seems to all be some sort of jerky.
Yeah, I eat jerky.
Oh, for some reason I thought Aster was a vegetarian.
No, I ate a frog.
Oh yeah,
He
okay.
ate rat jerky. It was a whole thing.
Yeah, that's right. You ate rat jerky. Okay. Yeah.
Forgot about that.
I mean, yeah. There's for for a single person, there's easily a couple months worth of rations.
Wow.
Should we all stock up to a certain amount of days just to make calculations easy?
Yeah, I'll just take 3 days worth because I don't want to eat rations for more than 3 days.
Yeah, same here. That'll put me up to 7.
Oh yeah, because we hunted for games. We still have
Yep.
lots of rations.
Yeah, I still had
Right.
4 left. I don't know what everybody else had.
I had 4 left, and just stepping out of the game for a second, it'd be way easier to calculate travel.
As a group, yeah.
So should we all like take up to 10?
Yeah, I think that is a good idea.
Okay, cool.
All right, this was cool. I should probably get going on my errands. We have enough time to get back to the symposium. Does we meet up at the symposium hall at 5:30, or what do you want to do?
Sounds good to me.
Yes, please do try to get there on time.
Well, I mean, I can fly. It's gonna be hard for me.
All right. So I guess we should split off now. Have a few tasks that I don't want to tell the party.
Okay.
I'll message you them.
How sneaky. While he's doing that, what is somebody else doing?
Naked Archon.
So I'm going over to the newest Speedy Armory.
Okay, Fonzip is going to the Naked Archon. Aster is going to the Espida Armory.
I need probably the Frosted Alcove first.
Okay, the Frosted Alcove. Len, what are you doing?
I want to ask this librarian person if I can have these books.
Yeah, you can. You can take them with you, and if you feel like it, you can bring them back at some point.
Perfect. Also, does this the boiler, this place that people vote at, do they have records of what happens on the floor there?
Ooh.
I don't know. That's a good question. They definitely wouldn't have records of people's individual votes because we use the same shards over and over again to vote. It's like when you walk in, someone will hand you a handful of these broken pottery shards, and they'll have like a symbol on them. That's what you vote with. So
It seemed like the debate was quite heated. Would there be records of what was actually said during that debate?
there might be, but you could just talk to the people that were there. I think it was Eladio from House Mandenth, and it was one of the professors from the college. I don't know who.
Any idea what he was a professor of, or she was a professor of?
Well, legumancy. That's the only thing that the college teaches.
Oh, so they don't teach riding horses?
No, not unless it's binding the horse to a legumancy contract.
They don't teach making tents?
No.
Oh, lousy. College.
Do you know where I would find this Aldio character? House of Mando?
He'll be, if you guys are going to the symposium tonight, he'll definitely be there.
Do you have any idea where Egros will be prior to the symposium?
Probably at his house.
Where's his house?
The symposium grounds are right south of the gardens. If you walk north from there, the entire length of the of the gardens, his house is on the other side.
Okay, thank you very much.
Oh yeah, how fire resistant is his house?
Very.
I'd give it like a 5 out of 10.
Oh, nice. I don't think we'll need that much oil, Jofina.
What generally is the feeling here about Egros? Widely
He's
supported,
great.
or
Let me answer that one.
no? That's okay, Fonzip. I'm not talking to you.
Well, people in Perennis don't like him very much. He's bad for business, but people in the city, Agronom City, and the people that live further out, especially north of the mountains, really like him.
Why?
'Cause they're convinced that the league is the source of Agronom's problems, and that Agros is the only one that can stand up to them.
You know, the league has been trying to send voters from other provinces to try to meddle in our elections.
So Agros does not like the league. Did he vote against the Pilgrims?
Probably. Yeah. I mean, Agros is part of the league technically, but he's more like the king of Agronom. He doesn't, he's more concerned with local things. That's why he has to appoint an ambassador every year to go to the capital in Alden.
So would you say that
I'll go back 2 seconds.
would you say that the city of Perennis supports the league more than Agros does?
Yeah, because the league is good for trade and good for business.
Who other than Agros kind of leads the city? Who would you say are kind of the influential people in the city?
Well, there's the heads of the two other families. Eladio is the head of the Mandan family, and Electra is the head of the Cataria family. And then, if you ask anyone, though, the person that really controls the law here is First Magister Storm Soldier.
What exactly does he do around here?
Who?
A storm soldier.
He's the legumancer at the annex.
Oh, you're a real hard ass.
She's pretty scary. She's like 8 feet tall. She's from Espita. You know how big those people are.
No, I don't.
Oh, well, you
Yeah,
do
they
now.
do?
They are. They're very big.
Are they mean?
Huh?
Are they mean?
Some are. Some aren't.
So does
They have
Agros
mean-
answer to her?
Huh?
Does Agros answer to Storm Soldier? You said
Not
he
really.
king of
Not-
this place.
Not really. The people at the annex answer to the people in Alden.
Yeah, they're like the Feds.
If I can step out of character for a moment, Agros is like the state governor, and the people at the annex are like federal employees who supervise him.
Okay.
So, I'm going to let the party know that I actually am going to go to Agros's house before I get over to the tavern.
Okay, so
You're in the
heading there.
symposium hall?
You're heading to Agros's house right now, and then you're going to go from there to the Naked Archon, and from there to the Symposium.
Yeah.
Well, the Naked Archon is right next to here. I actually wanted to stop at a tavern before I got on my way, but only real quick. I'll go with you to the Naked Archon if you want. If you're trying to hang out there, maybe.
In due time.
Should we meet with Agros before the symposium? This is the party general.
Were we done at the Pilgrim's Rest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What time is it?
You guys probably spent about an hour and a half there.
Okay.
Like
Um.
12:30-ish. Maybe closer to 1.
Yes,
So-
you want to walk over to the Naked Archon
What is that again?
I mean, not me.
Tavern?
Oh, the tavern. Hmm. Well, do we want to discuss like our plans for what we're doing?
I mean, the
Yeah, I thought we
symposium
all-
will
I thought we
probably
all
be
had
really
stuff.
easy for you guys. You really don't have to do anything, probably.
Fonzip, what are you doing between now and then?
I'm going to go say hi to Akros, and then I'm going to head over to the tavern.
Why don't we all go meet Agros? I'm curious about this person and why he wants us at this symposium.
I've got errands.
We can run errands afterwards before the symposium.
Yeah, I mean, you
Well-
guys can come meet him if you want, but he doesn't really, like, he's very busy.
Well, if he'll make time for you, I'm sure he'll make time for us.
I mean, that's definitely not true.
Fonzip, are you saying that you won't take us with you?
You guys will meet him at the symposium. It'll be okay.
So again, are
We
you
go
saying
together.
you won't take us with you?
Okay, guy, I'm gonna be completely honest. Agros completely hates pilgrims.
Yeah, is there
So
any
why is
police
it that
around?
he wants us here?
You're here to make Agros look good.
You're gonna...
In exchange for making Agros look good, you guys are going to be lauded as heroes in this entire city.
Fonzip,
Yeah?
you given any more thought to that usurpation we were talking about?
I would never ask her,
Okay,
but we'll talk about that later.
right. Talk about how you would never commit treason later. Wink. Okay. Well,
Okay, so who is going where? I know Fonzip is going to Agros's house.
I don't want
No.
to say where I'm going until Fonzip leaves.
Oh, I've assumed that you've already left.
Me?
Because I already know where.
Yeah, I got
you're
it.
going.
Cool.
so all right, Fonzip, real quick, yes or no? Like, I will go with you to Agros's house. Like, it probably won't be a big deal. I'm not really that big of a pilgrim. But like, if it would make you uncomfortable, like, I don't really care. Like, I'll just go do my errands. So,
Look, like,
I say we all split off and meet up later.
Meet up where?
the symposium hall. Let's try to get there at like 5:30.
I'm sure we can
Or
set
a
up
big night.
a small meet and greet with Agros before the symposium starts. Is that okay?
I would like to at least know what we're expected to do there before it starts.
Yeah, of course.
Wait, isn't this just going to be like a huge party?
It is.
Okay, so you're the honored guest at a party. You have to drink your obligatory 5 big cups of liquor. And
Agros usually gets a nasty case of stage frights too. He probably has horrible diarrhea right now.
yeah. All right, dude, I've had enough of this. I'm going to the new Espida Armory.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the Jovia said that the apothecary was right next to the new Espida Armory.
Yes, it's the Mount Gallio Apotheca.
Okay.
Is this kid still with us?
He went home.
He said he was going home, but as you walk out of the Pilgrim's Rest, you can see that he's just sleeping in the small garden that is in front of the gate where you found him.
Oh.
Did
I'm gonna
Fonzip leave?
I'm gonna throw some food at him.
Fonzip is walking away presently.
Okay, so as Fonzip leaves, a small brown cat jumps out of Len's satchel and follows him.
Ooh.
Make a stealth check for the cat.
Where'd you get a cat?
I've had it for a while. Wait. I can cast guidance, right?
Yeah.
Dude, that cat is dead. You haven't fed it.
It's
Living in
a
its
fey
little
being.
place. I got
Ah.
a 16. I got a 16.
A 16?
Yes.
Fonzip, what's your passive perception?
9 or 10.
You don't see that cat.
Nice.
Okay, so Fonzip, you're on your way to Agros's house. Aster, I've got you going to the armory. Len and Shitout, what are you doing?
I am going to step out of sight in an alleyway somewhere and cast Disguise Self so I look like that kid.
Okay. That can be done. Len?
I'm going to the House of Mandel to find El Dio.
Mandenth house for Eladio.
Yeah, all those
Okay.
things that I said
Okay.
wrong.
Okay. No. It's these. I just want to make sure because
What's the name of the house?
it's House Mandenth and the dude's name is Eladio. Here, I'll spell it.
Greek names are so hard.
My scribbling is like literally on top of other words.
It's typed in the chat. Okay. Let's go to Astor first.
All right. I'm gonna fly there.
Okay. Yeah.
Get a nice view of this.
It's you can see what looks like a blacksmith right on the opposite side of Gora. And you swoop down. Who you assume is Titania is inside. She's an Espeden woman, so again, between 7 and 8 feet tall. She got like a long blonde braid and a dirty blacksmith apron with a big green horse on it. A horse's head specifically, which you know is the insignia. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I walk up and just kind of absent-mindedly say, "Whoa, you really are big. Are you one of the mean ones, or are you one of the not mean ones?"
Depends. Never seen one of you before. Where are you from?
I from the Byrarian steppes, way across the sea from.
I've heard of that. Well, I assume if you're here, you need gear.
Yeah, I actually just joined the High Mains.
Oh, good for you.
Guy whose name I'm gonna have to try to remember sent me to come find you.
For a shield.
Yeah, for a shield.
You take your measurements?
No, he didn't.
Okay. He leans under the counter and gets a long length of rope. She's like, okay, give me which wing is your shield wing?
My left one, but I actually have arms.
Huh?
I said it's my left one, but I have arms.
I thought you had... Oh, you have wings and arms, right?
Yeah.
Or did you just have... I thought
No,
they were
I have wings and arms.
Oh, for some reason I thought it was like a combination wing arm deal.
I'm,
Okay.
Yeah, how does that work?
I'm almost positive that there are drawings from like a
No, yeah. No,
thing that have
Yeah,
them
he
with
has
arms
he
and
has
wings.
wings and arms.
Yes, she takes some quick measurements of your arm. Does okay, you can make a ton of these, so you can come back for it tomorrow.
I actually have a special request.
I like those.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Have you ever heard of those snails in the swamp that have shells that can reflect magic?
Bring me a shell.
Oh yeah, I definitely did. And then I opened my bag and realized that it's had its like advanced or its
Oh, they
Now that's our
teleportation. Yeah. Oh,
they deactivated your bag, huh?
fuck! I gotta find Fonzie.
Well, most travelers that happens to, you can go over the. It's in a. It's in an Aldenian vault somewhere, right?
Yeah, it's in River Bottom.
You can go to the counting house and have him get it for you.
Oh, okay. Well, I might do that. But my friend Fonzips, he's kind of like a big deal here. So they didn't deactivate his bag, so I could just get it from his.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Or try. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you take my measurements, and I'll bring that back to you.
Do you have
I'll be
anything?
in town for a while?
Do you have anything else unusual you want me to work with? My rule is that if you bring me something to work with I've never worked with before, then it's free.
That is such an awesome rule that I almost feel bad taking advantage of it. But if there is one thing I do love, it's picking up crazy shit. You want a gnome skeleton?
I don't think that's going to make a very sturdy shield.
What about ergoplasm? Have you ever worked with ergoplasm?
I've never heard of that.
Not put the ergoplasm in the haversack.
We didn't?
But we had 8 jars of it, and we
Yeah, we do. I don't know where it is though.
Yeah,
No,
you,
the
Anything
haversack
I
stuff that I
found that I
posted was
was-
just what I have put in there.
you
Everyone else might have their own stuff.
definitely picked up at least 8 canisters of it.
Yeah, we did.
Didn't Themeter
Yeah.
make us put some of it back, but then we kept some of it?
Yes.
In my equipment, I have canister of stabilized ergoplasm, 8 of them, and in all caps, not in haversacks. I don't trust these Aldenians.
Oh, nice.
Okay, well,
Okay, cool.
I guess that's that then.
Well, alrighty.
In addition, the spell tome of gnomish hearing, the Thanatron leaf, the artificial Thanatron plant, and my own spell book are not in haversack. The flail stone shell, those up for grabs.
Wait, did Shadout just just steal all the goo?
No, I looted that.
Oh, okay.
I picked it up and I didn't put it in the haversack because I didn't know the Aldanes get to see everything we put in there, so I wasn't going to put it in there.
Ah, good point.
Oh, also the League Annex architectural designs we found is in my personal bag, not the haversack.
Cool.
I should have said when I did that, but
Is the letter from Karkanos' corpse there too?
I didn't loot that.
Okay.
I looked at that. And it would have been in the haversack.
Okay.
I just threw everything in there.
If you want to retroactively ask me for some of that stuff, I'd be happy to give it to you. But
Okay. Yeah, I was under the impression it was in the communal slot.
Well, I mean, I don't think he was saying he wasn't. He was specific. He wasn't trying to keep it from you. He was trying
yeah,
to
no,
keep
he's
it.
trying to keep
you
it
can
from the
totally
Aldanes.
have it, but
Yeah,
it's
no,
for sure
that
not
makes
in the
total sense.
haversack.
Don't worry. I mean, I already have to go get the snail shell from Fonzip. I'll just ask you for some. Or ask you about it next time. Anyway, yeah. I want to ask you a whole bunch more questions about what life is like being so tall. But I have more errands to do. I need to go get your materials.
Come back
Oh, yeah.
tomorrow for your shield.
Yeah, I will. Also, if it's metal, I can't use it. Then I run away.
What?
It's true.
What do you mean?
I can't use metal armor.
and then
Oh, God.
I run away. Okay. Who are Fonzip? You're next.
Okay.
You knock on the door at Agros's house. Feel really good about it. You know, like it's been a long time.
Yeah, I did my mission.
Can I,
Agros
as
is
this
gonna be
kid,
super
scurry up
happy.
to him?
Huh? Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, because my plan was to follow him as this child, and I scurry up.
Oh
and
yeah, sure.
tug at the side of your clothes, like, hey, Agros said that I was supposed to go with you to his house.
You're looking for your compensation, aren't you?
Well, yeah,
Okay, how much does he owe you?
500 nobles.
I don't believe that.
Well, you don't have to believe it. I'm just going with you to his house. So you can give me the money or not.
Does Agros have any servants?
You asking me?
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll have one of his servants give it to you.
I don't answer to you. I answer to Agros.
Well, in that case, Agros decided he's not paying you at all, and I attempt to close the door behind him.
No one has. Have you actually knocked?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll knock.
Okay. You wait for a little while, and Agros is recognized as Agros's wife, Orphea, comes to the door. Oh, Bonzip, good to have you back. Ulysses just, come inside, and
Of course.
it's
good to see you,
it's
Orphea.
very nice to see you too, Phobos. Why don't you come in and sit down? Someone will get you something to eat.
Thank you.
Damn. Okay.
Can't believe that worked.
So as the two of you are brought inside, someone that looks like a dressed in sort of a servant garb, similar to what you are wearing as Phobos, gestures you towards a sort of sitting room area, while Orphea and Fonzip head upstairs.
Yeah, okay. I'll go to the sitting room.
Huh?
I'd behave myself.
Okay. If at some point you decide to stop behaving yourself, you can interrupt me at any point.
Is my cat still
I-
following him?
Well, okay. Did you want to make a move? Your cat was still following them.
Okay, good.
And she would have made it to the outside of the house. What did you want to do from there?
Follow him inside.
Did you cut out or did I cut out?
What do you mean?
I don't know.
Okay.
You're talking about-
Sorry.
It's with 3 people standing there. It's going to be a difficult DC to have the cat dash in the door. But go ahead. Make a stealth check.
With guidance.
Yes. That's the it's the cat's stat
Oh.
block, not
How
yours.
do I
She
know what
cast
that is?
guidance on it before it left.
How do I know what that is?
Is it a regular cat?
How do I know what her stat?
Dan, does
Yeah.
Sayadina use a regular bat's stat block when it rolls?
Yeah, so a cat has stealth +4.
Oh, there you go.
That's super nice. Because she rolled a natural 20 plus guidance then, so a 22.
Yeah, I mean it's wait, it was a natural 20 or a 16
No,
plus
not-
4?
It was a 16 plus 4. Not
Okay.
a natural 20.
Okay. I wasn't going to give you guidance because it only lasts for
Oh, that's fine.
for 2 minutes or whatever it is. But 20 is what you needed. So, you get in there and you're in the sitting area where who you don't realize is actually Shidout is. And you can see Orphea and Fonzip going upstairs.
Wait, I can't follow him upstairs?
No, I'm asking you what you want to do.
I want to follow him upstairs.
Okay. This point, I'll make a. It'll be passive. Yeah, Orpheus not. Her passive perception isn't good enough either. Okay. Yeah, the two of them make it upstairs and just sort of like they walk down a parlor and then they walk down a hallway with several doors that lead off in various on various doors that lead off on either side of the hallway. And at the end of the hallway is this large parlor with windows with sort of it's a round room with these panoramic windows that look out onto the mountain range that is north of the city. And Orphea tells Ufonzip, we were worried you weren't going to get here in time. Negros is really excited about this guy he found. I don't know. Never even heard of him until a month ago. They spend like every waking moment together now. Seem very fond of him.
Oh, what's his name?
Quadron. Mendes, I think. How have you been, Fonzo?
Oh, well, Agros sent me on this ghastly mission to bring a bunch of Xenoi to the capital, and I managed to get some of them here, but they barely listened to me.
Yeah, I heard they were quite a diverse bunch. Not a very
Yeah.
good.
Anyway, I seem to have corralled their interests for the moment, so maybe we can use them to bring some goodwill to Agros's name.
Yeah, he told me he was real excited to announce that he had the heroes of River Bottom come to honor him at his symposium.
Yeah, actually, these guys are kind of all right. Like, I went on them with on a small mission just to like check out some grung, and we actually ended up slaying a Hydra that was probably going to destroy River Bottom.
Yeah, that's. I was meaning to ask you about that. That story's been making the rounds. You know how chatty they are at the annex.
What do you mean? My story precedes me?
Yes, it does. You know how you remember how fast Agros found out, or how fast you Ulysses found out about the raid on River Bottom. How fast do you think we found out about a Hydra being killed in a dirty gnome ruin in the middle of an even dirtier swamp?
Of course, of course. Well, what's the trouble?
Oh, right. He's been acting. Like I said, he seems to be very happy about his new ambassador, but last couple of weeks he's been acting strange, feverish.
What-ish?
Feverish.
He cut out again.
Feverish.
Feverish?
Yeah, he won't. He's jittery. Sometimes when I walk in the room, he startled. He acts like he's trying to hide something. Been kind of distant. I don't know. It's strange. It's not like him at all. Normally, he's always so excited to blab on about something for hours.
And nothing in his circumstances have changed? Is there anything that you can attribute this to?
No, which I was hoping you'd come back and sort of get him back to normal.
I mean, yeah, Agros and I are great friends. I'm sure I could snap him out of it with nice pilgrim cuisine that I brought for him, or something of that sort.
Yeah, good.
He loves pilgrims.
Oh, I feel so bad for mistrusting Fonzip now.
Said he had something really important to tell you after he's done speaking tonight.
Of course.
He's not going to be able to be available to talk with you before then, but he said if you stopped by to make sure that you came and found him at the symposium hall. Said he's not
go
even
find him
going
at the symposium hall now, or when?
No, tonight, after he's done speaking. He said he wasn't even going to wait to hear what Quadron's speech was. Like as soon as you got off the stage, he wanted to have a meeting with you immediately.
What's the name of the new magistrate that he's appointing, by the way?
Squadron.
Oh, that's him. Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, do you know if Agron really offered that urchin boy 500 rubles to show us around?
Phobos?
Yeah.
No, he hasn't been. He's not being paid anything. We're letting him sleep here,
Excuse me?
and we're feeding him, and got one of the beds in the guest room for the time being. His family just died of that sickness that's been going around in the Soros.
That's I'm very sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
It's probably just a prank. We can let it slide. I'll give him 5 obols.
Yeah, he'd probably really like that.
It's that tip Aster was talking about.
Okay. Is that all you wanted to ask, Orphea?
Oh yeah. So did you so you said that everyone had heard that we went to River Bottom. I mean,
Right.
So do you know why my friends were arrested at the gate?
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Eladio's. You know him from next door.
Yeah, I
Eladio's,
call him Gelato.
Eladio's brother came back into town. He's always off studying something or another. His younger brother came back to town for one day, and all he really said in that time was that a group of Xenoi matching your friend's description tried to kill him.
Ooh.
And then
I say to myself.
And then he left again the following morning.
Oh, so he's gone.
Yeah. Then you guys showed up a day later.
Okay. No, I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, I figured, and like I said, before he showed up, the annex was busy touting your accomplishments in the swamp. So hard to say. I think Eladio's, he recently lost his parents too. So I think he's just a little freaked out about losing more of his family.
Of course. Yeah, no. I've never met this person before in my life, even in my many years in the city. So it's probably just the League trying to frame us, you know?
Sure.
I love pilgrims.
Okay, so is that it for Orphea? Okay. Len and shit out. What are you guys doing? You still hanging?
So when I went into the waiting room, is there anyone watching me, or do I just kind of have to run to the place?
No, like a servant hung around for a minute and brought you a beverage and something to snack on, but then you were by yourself after that.
Okay, I pocket the snack. And...
I'm taking that snack.
Why don't you just eat it?
I'm hungry right now. I might want it later. I'm in role as an urchin. I'm gonna save this snack.
I got it. Good stuff.
Yeah, I just want to start looking around. So what can you describe the room I'm in?
Yeah, I mean it's a very lavishly furnished foyer. There's a fireplace. you were seated in a large armchair. There's another one of those with a table in between. There's like a high top sitting area over by another long window over on the north side of the room. A couple shelves with some books and ornaments. There's a few trophies on the wall of look to be like forest animals of some kind. Like there's a ram, a yeti actually, and what looks like to be some sort of like wyvern or rock, something with like a bird like face, but sort of like scaly and a bit more monstrous than your typical rooster.
All right, I'm going to quaff the drink with childlike abandon, and then to just kind of start wandering. I'm looking for an office or something like that in this house. Kind of going. I'm not going to describe every room I go through, but that's what I'm trying to find.
Yeah. Make an investigation check.
Natural 20. +6.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
If you were wondering.
Yeah, you were able to work through the house with a speed and determination of well, that doesn't work. With a great deal of speed and
Roomba.
determination, you work
Roomba.
through nearly Roomba. You work through most of the rooms in the house. And next to master bedroom, you come to what seems to be the only locked door in the home.
I would like to try to pick that lock.
Okay. Do you have thieves' tools and or proficiency with them?
I do, for my background.
Okay, go ahead.
$17.
Yeah, that door slides open, and your investigation was successful. You've been brought into what looks like a study, and sitting at a desk covered in papers, now facing you dead in the eye is Ulysses Agros.
Uh-oh.
Hi, Ulysses.
Oh, Phobos, it's you. Thought for sure I locked that door.
Guess not.
You picked the lock on that door? I know how crafty you orphans are.
Would you be mad at me if I did?
Well, I don't know. Get out of here.
I found those Zenoi you sent me to look for.
Did you? So they're in town now? I thought I heard somebody come upstairs.
Yeah, they don't seem that trustworthy. What did you want? What did you want them for?
So, they're a diverse bunch of weirdos. I get a lot of crap for only liking humans. They saved the city, so, they're going to come to my symposium and tell everyone that they're there to celebrate me. They are.
Check?
Huh?
Insight check?
Yeah. Go ahead.
It's 17, but if he's lying, -3.
No, he can just seems earnest.
Have you been feeling okay, Ulysses? You seem kind of scattered lately. I'm just kind of wandering around like a kid, kind of like picking at things and fidgeting.
It's very shrewd of you.
Well,
Yes, I am.
I want you to be okay.
It's nothing you need to be concerned about. It'll be fine soon. I'm going to fix everything.
Well, that's not ominous at all. Thanks for reassuring me.
You don't know what that means.
No, I don't. I'm an urchin. So can I? So he's just sitting at his desk. Is there anything else notable in this room?
There's some papers scattered about. Like an assortment of alcohols that he looks like he's been drinking from heavily already this early in the day. The room certainly reeks of it. Yeah, there's nothing like it's not like a demonic altar in the corner.
Yeah. I'm gonna scamper over around his desk and kind of like jump up onto his lap. Like, what are you working on?
Uh, Reviewing my notes for tonight.
Do you want any help with your speech?
No, you know me. Just, don't like to overthink things.
Is it just like notes about his speech on his desk? Can I look?
Make a perception check.
2.
Yeah, looks like notes about a speech.
Huh.
Cool. I reach into my pocket and pull out that snack and say, "You hungry? I got the snack."
No, that's fine. I'm drinking my meals today. Now, get out of here.
Yeah. All right. So I'll kind of just
Oh,
up.
wait. Bobos. Give me your lockpick.
What?
Give me your lockpick.
No, this is my lockpick.
Make a persuasion check.
Eight.
He stands up and reaches out his hand.
Run.
Okay.
Run away, run.
Yeah, no, I turn around and sprint out the door.
Okay. He as far you cannot hear him following you.
Great. Yeah. Can I just kind of look around for anything generally valuable in the other rooms?
Let me
Yeah, that's we can switch over to
yeah, okay. Len, are you doing anything else as the cat?
No, the cat just continues.
Okay.
Can we take a break?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
When we return, Aster trolls for herb.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fun.
I'm actually I'm not going to get up if anyone that's still here wants to accomplish something while I'm here.
I'm still here, but I don't have to do anything.
Okay.
Unless you want to. Huh?
On this disguised self, so I'm gonna probably just snoop around this place and look for anything small and valuable worth taking, or I mean, anything magical that doesn't seem like a thing here.
Yeah, you could make one more investigation check.
13 plus 6, 19.
Yeah, you start when you get back downstairs. You start to be corralled a little bit by the servant, who's a little nervous that you got away. You can pocket a few obols if you want, but otherwise, sort of run your course.
Skyrim style.
Yeah, I'll do that and then
Okay.
get out of the house. If I can, I'll kick the servant in the shin.
Yeah. 27 obols, and
Nope.
he is vigorously rubbing his shin.
I give him the finger or the Albanian equivalent. And
You were really born to be a street urchin, Dan.
yeah, that was
I'm finally getting to use disguise self to be other people because I found a child.
that was some pretty solid impostoring. Like I was really waiting for you like to say something that was like too adult, so I could be like, "What are you hiding?" But yeah, I didn't even like have you like really make any rolls because you were doing a really good job of being a street urchin.
Tanks. I mean, 27 nobles and a little bit of insight into this Ulysses guy. It wasn't a terrible excursion.
No.
Microphone activated.
Where did Orpheus? I'm getting echo.
Or are you? Are you still getting echo?
What did Orpheus say Agros was doing to me?
She just said that he wasn't available to meet before the symposium.
Oh, okay.
Jack?
Yes?
So I would like to know what's in these books, but I'm not sure how to do that.
Okay.
I need to like
Yeah, no, you can...
any questions? Or?
If you're going to... That you can start thumbing through it now if you're breaking you're breaking vision with your cat. Like I'm assuming you were looking through your cat's eyes this whole time. Okay. So if you want to break that, you can start thumbing through them now.
Okay, I'm gonna do
Which one?
the one about the religion.
Okay. Yeah. So it talks about the ancient Agron's worship of a god by the same name. They were really felt that they were his children. That's why the territory was named after him. The people were named after him. And which you've known so far from your travels through the League is that Agron is still part of the Aldenian pantheon, but he is god of death and failure. From what you're gathering from this book, that was not always the case. The Agrons used to worship him as their god of war. And the book starts talking about conflicts that went on between the Aldenians and the Agrons. They were at each other's throats for quite some time. As opposed to they're both part of the same political entity now. And in one of their spats, it was said that an avatar of the god Agron actually manifested itself on the battlefield. and that the Aldenians killed it. And it, goes into this very like mythological description of what the Avatar looked like. As this tremendous fire giant, with covered in chains and with a mighty axe that was made of molten rock from the highest peak in Agranom. And it's the remains of whatever that being was have said to have been put to rest in an island off the eastern coast of Agranom, far to the north. And that there was persistent folklore after that even though Agron himself was dead, he was survived by one son. A son he conceived with a mortal human woman. And that's as far as you're able to get right now.
Oh, I came back at the end of the story.
Yeah, same.
Can I start flipping through the other book?
Yeah, I mean, we're still waiting on David. Oh, nope.
You just got that.
Damn it, go away. Okay, thank you.
Okay, have I not... Is there anyone that I haven't come around to? Yofina, you typed to me what you were doing, but is there
Yep.
anything else that you would like to do in the meantime? Besides the two errands that you just did?
I'm trying to like figure out how I could do this, but I want to. Would Highmanes go into the annex?
Do they work there, or do they like come and go from the annex, or
Either.
I mean, you had seen Ariston, who was the leader of the Highmanes in Riverbottom, hanging out in the annex on, at least once.
Oh, that's true. Okay. Okay. I'd like to disguise myself as a Highmane, like one of the ones at the gate.
Okay. You're using your disguise kit for that?
Yeah,
Are you proficient?
I am.
Okay, go ahead and make a check with that. And add... What ability modifier goes with that?
I have no idea.
Oh. Either intelligence or dexterity, but I don't want to make...
I got it from Rogue, so I would assume dexterity, but I'm not really sure.
I think that's charisma.
Let me look it up.
Yeah, maybe charisma. Yeah, those are all good. They're all...
It's actually strength because you have to pound the disguise makeup into your face.
It is deception based. So
Right, yeah, I just saw that.
It is charisma. Yeah, so go ahead and you can add your proficiency bonus and your charisma modifier.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool. I have a +9
In charisma?
in deception specifically, or +7 in deception.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, add your deception and your
Proficiency bonus. Okay, cool.
and your proficiency. Yeah, so that's a +9. Yeah, deception makes way more sense. I don't know why that wasn't my
Yeah,
first.
that makes sense. Unnatural 20.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you look like a Highmane. You got like a horse on your shirt.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of puff out your chest a little bit, walk a little more, with your broad-shouldered kind of stance.
Mm-hmm.
You look like a Highmane.
Cool.
Is that all you're doing for now, or is that a part A?
That is part A.
Okay.
I'm going to walk into the annex and just kind of sit down and look around for a minute.
Okay. Yeah. You walk in and it's a bit more grandiose than what you were used to in River Bottom. There's people scurrying about on all sides. It doesn't. You don't see any of those cells. It looks like maybe this is a much larger building. It's more like 6 or 7 floors as opposed to the
Wow.
the 3 of the one in River Bottom.
Mm-hmm.
The room you're in is actually more confined too. The first floor isn't just one large area. There's like a little waiting area in the front, and you've been sitting for less than a minute, and when a female dwarf, long orange braids, sort of like earth-colored skin with some slightly darker freckles,
Mm-hmm.
sitting behind a desk on the other side of the room is like, are you waiting for someone?
I just want to tell you now, so it doesn't like break my disguise.
Yeah.
I can perfectly imitate someone's voice if I've heard them for at least a minute. I
Okay.
assume I talked to that dude for at least a minute, and I have
Who?
whoever I'm disguised as at the. It's just like one of the high men from the gate.
Yeah, I think he's trying
Oh.
to imitate the guy who specifically wouldn't tell me his name.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. That guy.
Yeah, we didn't get his name, so I don't know what his name is.
Okay.
I'm just gonna post the text of this ability. It's called Actor.
So how are you responding?
I'm gonna say, we're having some trouble at the gate with a wizard. I came here to talk to the Magister.
So you just came in and sat down?
I didn't want to bother her. She's very busy, I assume. I've never talked to her myself.
And you're asking specifically that Lydia come and help?
I'm not really sure. Anyone who can deal with this.
You really think she's got nothing better to do than come harass some hobo trying to get through the front gate?
I'm sorry to bother you.
This is the best.
Well, is there actually a problem?
Yes, there is, but I'm not sure who to go to.
Look, do your best. I'll send the second Magister over in a little bit.
Thank you very much. I'm gonna walk out.
Okay.
I do want to walk over to the.
Okay.
I'm basically trying to get an encounter with a Magister, so I want to like go over to the gate. But I'm gonna like drop the disguise.
Okay, so you drop the disguise and head towards the front gate.
Yeah, but I'm gonna try and sneak around. I don't want the guards to see me.
Okay. Let me jump over to Astor. Astor?
All right. So I make my way over to the apoth.
Yes.
Yeah, the apothecary.
Yeah.
And yeah, walk in.
Okay. Yeah, sort of a sort of an understated little space. It's towards the back of town. You don't really see it until you're there. You got to walk behind a lot of other things. You walk in and it looks like he's sort of tried to, or you assume the gentleman behind the counter is sort of tried to create this very mountainous environment inside. There's a lot of little rock displays. There's a little waterfall off in the corner. The floor is actually totally what appears to be some sort of like lichen or moss. But behind the counter uh, actually a male satyr. Hard to pin ages on these Fey beings, but it looks to be a little bit older by human standards, maybe like mid 60s. His torso's got like olive colored skin. Does have light gray fur on the bottom half of his body. He's got a simple white robe on that leaves about half of his torso exposed, where you can see a snake tat. Hey, haven't seen you before. What's happening?
Sir, I have to say, this is the nicest building I think I've ever been in. I mean, this is the nicest thing to not even being in a building at all. Second nicest thing to not even being.
Well, thank you. That is why I did it.
Yeah.
It's a little more.
Little nervous about that snake tattoo there. So.
Oh no, I got it because these people, they use snakes to represent medicine for whatever reason. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
This Aldenian medicine, I gotta tell you, it does not make any sense.
Yeah, you definitely use Aldenians, dude.
That's kind of why I like it, though. It's stupid.
Yeah, I can relate to that. So yeah, so you're not an Ophidian then. You're like associated with them.
I'm from Cresta. That's where most of my people are from.
Huh. Okay. Oh yeah. What's your name, by the way? I'm Master.
Sal.
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 Nice.
Got a much longer name too, but I think you seem like the kind of guy that would prefer Sal.
Yeah. Okay. Sure, we can come back to that later.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I need those plants that you use to make potion of sophistry. Now, yeah, forest diamonds.
Oh, so you're a bit of a potion maker yourself.
Yeah,
Trying to go on a psychic journey.
Well, I am, but
I'm just kidding.
well, no. We can come back to that too. But the first thing is I need something I can drink that will make me not talk stupid for a little while.
Yeah. Forest diamonds are. I got plenty. They're about 10 obols per unit.
Okay. And like a unit is like how much I need to make like a potion.
Right.
Okay, cool. Yes, I'll take. I'll take 5 of those, right?
Okay.
And do you have a workspace I could rent for like a couple hours? Like I have an alchemist kit, like a portable one that I use. But I'd much rather use a bench. Like I've been.
Yeah. I do. He pulls back a beaded curtain that's behind him, and there's an alchemist station.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you want me to like slip you like an extra like 5 opals or something for letting me use it, or you don't care, or like.
Yeah, I mean, sure. Give me 5 opals.
Yeah, sure.
Thanks.
All right, so give him 55 opals.
Why 55?
50 for the herbs and 5 for letting me use the workstation.
Well, listen, it sounds like you're still working on pretty basic potions. If you ever want to when you're ready for something a little more challenging, you can give you some instruction on that too.
Oh yeah.
Good.
Well, like yeah. I'm definitely interested in that. The only concern though is that I got to be at the symposium hall at around 5:30.
Yeah. So come back, tomorrow, or in a month, or a year.
We're not going anywhere.
No, I no, my body stays right here. If you know what I mean.
So I peeked over the counter to see if he's like rooted to the floor.
He's not.
He just likes to get really high.
You don't know what I mean, do you?
No, I guess I don't know what you mean. I guess that's a third thing we can come back to. That's a weirdo.
Okay, so are you going in to make a potion?
Yeah, I'm not sure what time it is right now or how long it takes per potion, but I would like to make as many of them as I can before 5:30 rolls around.
You could attempt to make one potion before in the time that's left before the symposium.
Okay, I will.
So go ahead and make a roll with your alchemist's kit, and that intelligence. Can't remember what any of these tools use as their attribute modifier.
Yeah, I'm almost.
Yeah, it's intelligent. Okay. Yeah, it is. It is.
Okay. Okay, cool. I got a natural 20.
Okay. It was a natural 20 as opposed to a non-natural 20?
No, it was a non-natural 20. I got an 18.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. No problem. You are able to make one of those over the next couple hours.
Boy. Yeah, then I guess I'll start heading to this.
Fonzip.
I wanted to do one other thing besides go to the Naked Archon. I wanted to buy some arrows.
Okay. You could get those either at the Frosted Alcove, like the general store, that's where the Caploy is, or there is a Fletcher Bowyer in town, and that is the One-Eyed Stag.
I'll go to the One-Eyed Stag.
Okay. Want to interact with this person, or are you just trying to get your stuff and get out?
No, we could do some interactifying.
Okay. Yeah, so you walk into the One-Eyed Stag, and it is just a hall of weapons and bows and bolts that are on the wall of all different sizes and shapes. See, there's a female minotaur hard at work over at a workstation on the far right side of the room.
Does she have an udder?
No.
Okay. Oh yeah, it's just the head, isn't it?
Why would she only have one udder if she did?
I don't know.
She's kind of got. Well, these minotaur are more like Tauren.
Okay.
She's got like yellowish blonde fur and a handful of these like pale bluish gray zigzagging stripes. Yeah, she seems to be working on something over in the corner of the room. Doesn't hear you come in.
I'll just go up to her and say, "Hey."
And you sort of immediately get the sense that this interaction immediately reminds you of your first interaction with Jidoga. You're starting to wonder if just like all Minotaur are awkward.
Okay.
Hi. You looking to buy something, or do you want me to shoot something?
Shoot something. What do you mean?
Well, like hunt. I can go get a. Sorry, I mean, I'm not gonna kill anyone. I mean, like game, like a deer.
Do you consider owlbear deer or game?
Yeah.
Never mind. It's okay. Um,
Concept there's nothing of the hunt.
Yeah, Matsu does know nothing.
never mind. I don't know anything of the hunt anyway. Um,
Okay.
I was looking to pick up some arrows and wondering if you had any specialty arrows or bows.
Arrows or bolts?
Bolts and crossbow. I'm a crossbowman myself.
Big one or small one?
Small. They can fit in my my lord's small little hands. I mean, never mind.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I've got plenty of crossbow bolts. It's for a bundle of 20, it's 5 ovals.
Okay, I'll take 2 bundles.
Okay. For special ones, just finished making these. Pulled out a handful of 5 bolts. Is the tip of these will sorry, the tail of these will explode on impact and root someone in place if you're able to hit them.
Wow. How much are they?
These are 50 each.
50 each. Okay. Well, do you have any special crossbows? Hand crossbows? Oh, any other types of bolts? Is that
Yeah.
the only kind?
No, I mean I've got for a crossbow. I've got some ones that do just the opposite. They'll make someone run in fear. Got ones that ignite on impact as well.
Ignite, but don't explode?
Just fire, no explosion.
Okay.
I do have exploding arrows, but not bolts. I don't have any. You're talking about like an enchanted hand crossbow?
Yes.
Well, normally when someone wants one of those, I can make you a high-end hand crossbow. That would be in game terms, that would be a +1 crossbow.
Is
And
plus
then
1 to damage or attack?
both.
Oh, okay.
And then you could take it over to the enchanter and have him put some magic in it. But the higher quality you start with, the more powerful the enchantment you can put on it.
How much is a high quality crossbow? Hand crossbow.
Those are going to be about 1,000 each.
Oof! Ow! My wallet. Is there any discount you can do for a higher ranking party official?
Make a persuasion check.
I feel like I still want to earn this though.
Now?
I got an 8, but my roll was a 2.
I don't know what a party official is, but
It's Comrade Fonzo.
if you can't afford my normal price, I did post a bounty with the Highmanes. No one's taken the job yet, so if you go and get the contract from them and take care of it, I could give you a little discount.
It's too bad he doesn't know any high names.
Actually, I know someone who knows of the hunt that might be able to help me with that.
Okay.
Anyway, I might be back. Later. Oh yeah,
anything?
I'm gonna buy my arrows, my bolts.
Okay, just the normal ones.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wait, how much was the crossbow?
1,000.
Okay.
Actually, what kind of discount are we talking here?
Well, you probably want 2 hand crossbows, right?
Yeah.
Well, the job I posted is a little weird, but if you did a good job at it, I could make you 2 of the hand crossbows for 1,000.
All right. That sounds like an extraordinary deal for an extraordinary person like myself.
Oh, right.
I actually
Go
thought
on.
of a few more, of like 2 more things I wanted to say.
To Sal.
Yeah, to Sal.
Okay.
Sal, before I leave, my party's almost died a couple times.
Right. I know that.
Yeah. So I need, I was thinking just in case one of them does die, I'd like to give them a proper funeral. So I'm gonna need a large amount of canvas.
Whoa. Well,
Fantastic.
there's a lot there, but I think that could be arranged. Uh, how much you look? Well, yeah, we can work that out. But yeah, he is able to provide that. Was that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll say it's 50, I'll talk another 50 based on like how much the flowers were, and say that's enough for one funeral. And I'll explain the process later and chat if you guys are interested.
A cannabis funeral?
Yeah.
Nice.
Shoot out. What are you doing?
I'd like to swing by.
By what? You cut out.
I want to go by the frosted alcove, and this is just I want to pick up 20 obols worth of incense and herbs useful to summoning a familiar, and 200 obols worth of of things useful to write down spells, and then I want to head to the House of Acquiring.
Okay.
I assume that's the right place to buy that stuff.
Oh, yeah. You're able to get everything you want at the frosted alcove. But you're heading to the House of Acquiring now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's a in the southeast corner of the city, sort of tucked away, sort of gloomy looking building with sort of high pointed roof and these pillars off to either side, also with these sharply pointed tops. It really is unlike the rest of the architecture in the city, which is very much conforming to the Aldenian style of the blue and white marble with the columns and that. And but
I look like myself, not the child anymore.
right. You
Sorry.
walk inside, and there's 2 rat folk conversing in what appears to just be the foyer of a large house. They both look at you as you walk in. One of them, that is male of the pair, nods to this female rat folk when they see you, and she just sort of walks off. He starts walking towards you, and you can see that he's a bit stockier than a typical rat folk. He's got brown fur, but sort of with these like yellow zebra stripes. He's got a lot of gold on, particularly several gold chokers, and this like heavy red coat with a hood. And you expect him to greet you and sign, but he doesn't. He just starts talking. Says, hey, so what'll it be?
Two things. So this is out of character. My background says I have a criminal contact, so I have reliable and trustworthy contacts, and I know how to get messages to him. And I know the local messengers, corrupt caravan masters, and seedy sailors who can deliver messages for you.
Okay.
So that's kind of the basis of this conversation. So I want to ask, and I'm going to do this in sign language because fuck you, talkie guy. I'm looking for anyone who's interested in ergoplasm, if there's an underground market for that, or any word on someone who might be looking for gnomish anti-legomancy technology. So I'm looking for information, trying to get word to my contact. Is there anything going on in underworld channels about those two things? And then dealing directly with this person, I'd like to purchase your services in finding a few spell scrolls, if that might be possible.
Okay. I see you haven't been out of the swamp long. Don't worry. Never heard of plasm? What is it?
It's a blue whitish metallic glass substance. Sometimes it's liquid, sometimes it's not. It seems to respond to sound, sometimes whistles, that sort of thing. It's a very interesting material, and if no one's looking for it, they should be. So, anyone who might be interested, I might have a line on that for them.
Yeah. I could definitely find someone.
Good. Now, find anything in the way of a spell scroll or instructions on casting a few spells I've got on my list?
Yeah, you just tell me what you want, and I'll put somebody on it right away.
What's it going to cost me? And
Depends on.
Language, or is he persisting in speaking in this obnoxious vocal?
He's still speaking. Because
What a dick.
It depends on what it is, and if you have any special rules about how we get it.
I just kind of flick him a coin and don't have any particular rules. I'm looking for mirror image and ability.
You're looking for a book or a scroll?
Book. I can copy it on myself.
Is it a mirror image and what else?
Invisibility.
Okay. Yeah, I can let me poke around a bit, and I'll give you a quote on those later.
You know how to find me?
You staying in town?
Yeah, I'll probably be at the Pilgrim's Rest later. I'll be at the symposium tonight if you have anyone who's there.
Oh yeah. Haven't been in town very long, and you walked right in here. Be too forward to ask if you're looking for some work.
My ears are open.
Well, you know what we do?
I have a vague idea.
Yeah. Well, if you talk to anyone else here, I think we've got 4 shit jobs right now that we need somebody to pick up the slack on.
Any non-shit jobs?
Yeah, we got a really good job that just came in. No one's staked the well around here. When you do a shit job, you get some of these. And he holds out his hand, and he's got 5 ovals that have been painted black. He goes, no one's staked enough of these to get the not shit job yet. How we do things around here.
All right, tell me about the shit jobs.
You'll have to talk to the other members.
Okay, I go continue inside past them.
Okay. Let me jump over to Jofina.
Okay, so I do want to buy that thing, but I'm not sure. I message you. I don't know what the difference is.
But are you still hanging out by the gate?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and hang out by the gate after I do this.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so you've been hanging out at the gate for probably about a half an hour before someone in a Aldenian robe shows up. It's a male tiefling. He's got light red skin, shorter horns that go off in either direction, and he's got these thick spectacles on.
Did male tiefling?
Yes. And he shows up and he's like, seems a little surprised. He starts talking to some of the guards at the gate, and all of them are just shaking their head at him. And he, you can see from his body language, he sort of lets out a sigh and starts to walk away from the gate.
But I'm assuming I can hear him from the distance I'm at.
Make a perception check.
Okay. That was really the point. Was I just need to hear his voice for like at least a minute.
Because, like I said, the gate is more like a hallway than just like a door in the wall. So you kind of have to get in the you can't be right there, but you could be close enough to hear. What was the perception check?
16.
Yeah, that's good enough to get a read on his voice.
Okay, cool. Now, could I tell if that was a magister or not?
It's definitely someone from the annex. I mean, basically, he was going from High Main to High Main, telling him that he was just dispatched from the annex because there's a problem with some pilgrim that was coming through. The High Mains are calling him Pope.
Pope?
Yeah, Pope.
Okay. Interesting.
But
you helped Pope?
I guess I called the Pope.
Yeah, but none of them are using any particular title with him.
Okay, got it.
Okay. I know we have to. Has everyone gotten to do 2 things?
Yes. Your second thing?
No.
Yeah, Len hasn't done anything yet.
Yeah, so I wanted to go to the Frosted Alcove. I'm abandoning my original plan because of what I learned from Durga.
Oh, right. Okay.
So I want to go to the Frosted Alcove and see. I don't even know how to ask this. I read somewhere that there are objects that potentially could increase certain scores, like my wisdom score.
Permanently, or for a short period of time.
Permanently.
Okay.
So I don't know what that looks like. So I was just curious if they have anything that does that.
At the Uh, when you go and the shopkeeper seems to think that would be a pretty powerful magic item, and that what you would want to do is go to enchanter in town and see if he can enchant some sort of something that you would consume, like an item of food, or maybe like some ink that you could tattoo yourself with that might have that effect on you.
Who is this person?
The Sostratos at the Frosted Alcove is who told you that.
But who? No, who did he tell me to go to?
Oh, Vesiter's Gifts, which is the enchanter.
But while I'm still there, does he have a pearl worth 100?
He does. Huh? Are you buying that?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you heading over to the enchanter?
Well,
So I bought the pearl, right?
Yes, yes. Are you heading over to the enchanter?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. You're able to find it without too much trouble. This one is sort of in the prime location of town, as opposed to, it's right on the sort of right in the marketplace, the part of the city. This store is very much in keeping with the Aldenian style. Um, you walk in as sort of a serious-looking human man, about mid-40s, balding. Um, but despite his sort of serious demeanor, he's wearing this gray robe that is far too large. You can see he's just sort of like trying in vain to keep his sleeves up while he's working on something. And his feet are entirely obscured. And as you walk in, he sort of looks up. He's like, "Oh, a customer. Good, good. What? Looking to have some magic put in something?"
Yeah, I'm looking to find something that allows me to be more wise. Do you,
Uh, like something that you uh, like a piece of armor, or something that make you as a person more wise.
it makes me as a person more?
Yes. Bring me favorite food. I could do it, but it's not going to be cheap.
How much do you think it cost?
About 7,500.
Yeesh.
Can I cast suggestion on him?
Yeah.
That would potentially allow me to do it without. Well, first, can I ask about this armor thing first? That
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you.
what does the armor allow me to do?
Well, no. I mean, if you want to be more wise, it's much easier to put an enchantment on a thing than a person. Uh,
But would
that
that allow me to always be more wise?
as long as you are wearing or holding that object.
How much does that cost?
Uh, if you if you wanted me to, or it is Len wearing armor or a robe or?
I have armor, yeah.
Okay. If you wanted me to enchant the armor you're wearing right now, I could do it for 2,000.
Too poor.
Yeah. For either of those things. So, can I cast suggestion, try to get him to do it for free?
Say the thing.
You can certainly try.
Yay.
I'm gonna try.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you to make a
Save of 15.
Obviously harmful. Suggestion should work.
Yeah, but what if he's a wizard and he knows what's going on? I mean, obviously he's a wizard.
Could be a wizard instead. Oh, dude, what if he's just a big con man? He's not enchanting anything.
Yeah, he could be.
Yeah, you don't know.
Rip off all the rich
Yeah.
people in town.
Dude, that's what I would do if I.
Okay, I'm going to make a wisdom saving throw. So what is the suggestion that you're making?
Suggestion that he gives me wisdom.
That he does what?
That he gives me wisdom out of the goodness of his heart.
Okay. What's the DC on that?
The attack is 15. Wisdom.
Save should be
Yeah,
higher
no.
than that.
You should have
What?
a spell save DC on your character sheet.
Attack, save, wisdom.
Is it an attack?
Like if you click spells, it's right next to the spell attack modifier.
Attack / slave.
Yeah, your save is 15.
Okay, good. I was that up. Let me pull up his stats. Okay. Okay, he failed the save. So you can make a suggestion if you want. But having him do the enchantment for free is obviously harmful. Because it's going to be several days of labor for him in which he wouldn't be making any money for himself.
How did I know it was several days of labor to make an enchantment?
Well, that's why it's super expensive. He's not just like throwing out like random numbers. So I mean, you can suggest something more reasonable if you'd like asking for a discount.
That he gives it to me for 400. That's about what I have right now.
No, that's still it's like more than a 75% discount.
About 1,000.
I don't have 1,000.
Yeah, maybe we can pool our money.
Okay, 1,000.
Okay, I will say that yeah, you are able to suggest that he will enchant your armor for 1,000.
He'll give me 8 hours to give him 1,000.
He's not going to be done with it for 3 days, so he asks for half now and half then.
I'm 500.
So I give him 500 now. He starts the enchantment.
Yeah, and then you owe him another 500 when you come back in 3 days. Oh, so are you giving him 500? Sorry, you were cutting out a little bit.
Yeah, I did. I gave him 500.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so I'm gonna head over to the College of Telemancy. Or what time is it? I guess
Yeah,
it's a
I'm saying,
better
yeah,
question.
you guys are running out of time at this point to where I'm shit out. I'm going to message you individually the jobs that you're offered in the
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna take the jobs and bring them back to the group.
yeah.
Sure, whatever they were, just so we could all.
Okay. Yeah, it's pushing up against 5:30 at this point.
I'll head towards the symposium hall and use prestidigitation to clean off my clothes and make them look fresh and pressed.
Oh yeah, Jack, can I assume I took a bath as well?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm going to wear my fancy new clothes.
You bastard.
Oh yeah.
That's why I wanted to keep that secret.
Jofina did buy fancy new clothes.
Love it.
And I'm hoping since they were so expensive, that they look better than Fonzip's clothes.
They definitely do.
Hell yeah.
I spent the last few hours in an alchemy lab. Like, I probably smell like all sorts of things.
Yeah, you and Sal actually smoked a lot too.
Okay, yeah. Well, I had to sample it, right? Like, I didn't want to use bad weed in the funeral. It wouldn't have worked.
Yeah.
David, you should have kept it a secret.
Oh, really? And just showed up with the fancy clothes on?
Yeah.
No, Fonzip doesn't know yet.
We're pretty
That's
much
true.
You can still RP it.
I mean, we're pretty much showing up at, like, right now.
Yeah.
Okay, I hit you with the 4 jobs. Shit out.
Gotcha.
Those letters are like the bullet point number that they were under that character's, like, my notes for that character, so like you can disregard those.
So the first 4 are the shit jobs, and the last one that says C is the good job.
No, those are the 4 shit jobs.
I see. Gotcha.
So there's the focusing iris, the hair from Identical Twins, the blank anima cards, and the art from the Darklings.
Right, they wouldn't tell me the non-shit job. Got it.
Yes.
Blank anima cards? Dude, we should do that one, but then, like, not tell them we did it, and then just make ourselves some anima cards, and we can do whatever card we want.
I mean, I have a forgery kit, though.
I also have a forgery kit.
That's not the same.
Fraud.
Like, I don't want a milk carton, like, with my age on it that says I'm 21. I want, like, a real fake ID. Anyway.
I need 90 seconds before we start the symposium here.
Okay.
Oh, Jofina, those are some crazy clothes. What do they look like?
Describe yourself.
They can't talk off these clothes, just like, they're just clothes. Like, what is it? Is it like a dress?
Wait, I had a picture of Jofina, like, what she's supposed to look like. Let me see if I can find it.
Jofina, I can't believe you've done this. We need to do something about that. Do you have your old clothes?
Of course not. I threw them in the trash. They were disgusting.
Trash?
You know, I come from a high class family as well.
Really?
This is
Then
the
why-
sort of.
Then why are you a thieving pirate?
I thought she lived in a mud hut under the sea.
Me too.
No. Are we ready? Oh no.
Is someone
that
opening a
wasn't
box
Jack.
of fruit by the foot?
That was me. It was a box of cashews.
Nice. Okay, what was I saying?
No, I grew up in a very wealthy family.
Then why are you a thieving pirate?
Because I was bored of that lifestyle after a while.
Then why are you in fancy clothes?
Because I missed it.
Then why
It's
are
nice to
you a
treat yourself
thieving
once in a
pirate?
Huh?
So you
I
like
said
the
it's
clothes,
nice to
but not
treat
the
yourself once in a while.
responsibility. I get it.
Yeah,
Okay, well, we're gonna have to do something. Can you can you put some mud in your hair?
No, of course not. I just took a bath.
Use prestidigitation and soil her hair.
Oh.
Thank
No,
you.
come on. Can I, I'm gonna dodge out of the way.
Ooh, let me
Ooh, I don't know if there's like a save or anything.
yeah.
Yeah, let's see what this,
I don't think there is, but I'm double checking here.
Aw,
I mean,
seriously?
I could like make an Arcana check or something.
Can we just ash it out to clean all of us?
I'm trying to get
I
like
could also do that. It works either way.
I'm trying to get like Always Sunny in here.
No, there isn't one.
Continuously clean
come
or
on,
soil
man.
an object. Just stay. If you stay 10 feet away from me, you're out of range. So just like keep dodging that far away.
Yeah,
Okay,
don't worry,
sure.
don't worry, Jufina. Just let me perch on your shoulders real quick, and I'm a bird. I'm an expert at grooming.
I'd rather not.
Okay, and be dirty. I don't care.
I use prestidigitation and clean her hair again. This is the best cantrip.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Can you soil her hair a little bit?
No.
Oh.
I just make her smell slightly.
Okay.
She looks fine.
Man, that's the ultimate cantrip.
Man, I hate that.
It does everything.
Can you make me taste like chicken too?
I can. Well, no,
All right.
I can only flavor non-living things.
Oh man.
I can kill you first.
Aster's
Yeah.
not living.
I can make your clothes taste like chicken.
Sure.
Aster, her clothes taste like chicken.
Oh no. Well, he doesn't eat bird.
Aren't you
Okay.
guys curious? Yeah, it's time for symposium.
Yeah. You guys get inside the symposium hall. There's a lot of other there are two people that aren't Hymanes out front. They look like maybe they're like the personal guard of one or more of the noble families. A large Aspidin gentleman and a Minotaur out front. They're sort of nodding at people as they walk in. Don't really seem to be doing much. You guys are able to sort of walk right through. You wouldn't know it by looking around, but it's sort of like this is a who's who of Perennis and Agronom society that's going on. In here, there's lots of people drinking, people walking around serving drinks. Everyone is dressed very well,
Including me.
including you.
Forgot to get a gift. Oh man, I'm so good. Oh man, I'm so.
You're able to see.
You are the gift.
There is something like an elevated platform towards the back of the room that's flanked by stage. I don't know why I forgot the word stage. That is flanked by two of these marble columns. You can see Ulysses sort of like nervously pacing back and forth on it, and then every once in a while, like taking a break to like wave or like do a finger gun at somebody in the in the crowd. As you guys look around, you do notice you're getting sort of a lot of like the like a furtive looks and glances. You know, like people don't really want to meet your eye, sort of looking away, but at the same time, sort of trying to sneak a peek at you. Got maybe 5 minutes before Ulysses is scheduled to start. Is there anything anyone wants to do?
Yeah, I need to find one of the people serving drinks real fast, snag the tray of drinks out of their hands, and I'll give them like 5 opals real quick too. They're in trouble. Then I'm gonna find the nearest Aldenian and go up to them and present them the tray as a gift and thank them for letting me into their home. Question mark, question mark, question mark.
Wow.
Okay.
So I told you I need to observe my native customs.
You find someone walking around with a tray of drinks. You are just able to snatch it from them. They sort of like stumble backwards a little bit. They just sort of like are looking around at some of the other guests being like, am I supposed to do something about this? And you sort of elbow your way through the crowd and find someone that looks like they probably work at the annex wearing Aldenian robes. It's actually the dwarf woman that Jafina met earlier. And you hand her this platter of drinks, and like, what?
Yeah, it's the traditional gift, right? Like you invited me to a party in your home, so I got to bring a gift. I kind of forgot, so I got one at the last minute.
Oh, very rich in tradition, Aster.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. And I just walk away. like, all right, got that out of the way.
You can see her immediately as you're walking away. Like you can see her like leaning over and whispering to someone, like, "Why is there a bird in here?"
Oh man, that's gonna be fun.
Is anyone else doing something?
Yeah, Jack, how far are we from the wall? Look at the map, but like.
Oh yeah, I mean that's not a great. I mean, I'd say the room across, like, probably like 30 feet.
Wait, from like the city wall or the wall of the.
How far are you from the city wall? Or the wall of the room that you're inside?
The city wall. Like, how far are we away from out of here? And how tall is the wall is the other question.
You're about a mile away from the city wall. And it's there are some spots that are shorter. Like directly behind the noble homes, the wall is noticeably a little bit shorter, so that view isn't obstructed. But otherwise, the wall is about 4 stories tall. Everywhere else.
So Len is gonna look at everybody and just kind of say, like, "Are you really comfortable with this? Like, how is everyone feeling about what's happening right now?"
Come on, give him a gift. It's all good.
I think that when Ulysses leaves, we should also leave. I have a bad feeling about this.
Oh, I overheard a conversation between Franzip and Ulysses, and we absolutely need to hear what that conversation. They're gonna have a conversation directly after his speech. What's that?
Are you gonna say that out loud?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying that to everyone.
Are
Including
you
me.
telling me you're
Including the rest of the room?
These,
Is Franzip
rich...
there?
Yes, you guys are all.
Okay, I'm sorry. Never mind. I don't say that in his presence.
And
Who's
I-
closest to me?
Said probably. I'm gonna say it's Aster, since he's the one that immediately answered you.
Oh, is anyone else around?
Tell me since I wasn't there.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, you could pull anyone.
Okay, I'm gonna pull Joe aside and
All right.
say, "Hey, I overheard this conversation between Fonzip and this person, and there's going to be a conversation directly after this that we need to overhear."
All right. I mean, I've definitely done that before. I don't have any problem with that.
Wait, Len, I've got a question. I'm afraid of all of these, rich, fancy lads.
Wait, what? Who are you asking?
Len.
Wait, what? Am I afraid of them?
Yeah.
I generally think this is a very dangerous situation for us to be in, and I think we should have a backup plan.
Or like live inside of a walled city. Like there's no one doughier than that, you know.
I think.
Like, I can I could probably turn into a bear and roll over and at least kill that guy.
I think we may need a pretty significant distraction to get out of this.
Yeah.
I have some ideas, but I think we'll be all right for now.
At that
Glenn
point,
steps behind Joe.
someone near the stage starts shouting everyone down, and Ulysses gets up on the stage. Ulysses Agros gets up on the stage, and he speaks for about 30, 45 minutes, and sort of the thrust of his speech is got a few points, really. Is that the league has bullied them, and in particular, the people of Agronom have suffered because they lost Obel Forge. And what you're able to gather from that is that coinage of the league used to be minted in Agronom. For whatever reason, that was taken away. You hear him say that Agronom was unfairly blamed for the Second War, and that the league has been using that as an excuse to plunder Agronom at will. That the league has made up stories about Agronom being unlawful and being home to terrorist groups that are seeking to undermine the league, just so they have an excuse to maintain a greater presence. Goes through this litany of things so that he can explain why he has picked this new ambassador to the league for the next calendar year. Says that he is a former trireme captain from the Second War. He comes from a family that was warfare, that never forgot that it was an Agron's first job to be a warrior and a fighter. He wants to send this person to Alden in the capital so that he can cause trouble to stir the pot, to push back against the Indians. And if, he layers a lot of vague threats in here. Like, if we don't get what we want, we are not afraid to shed blood for it. And that's why we want this person in the capital speaking for us. And that's sort of where he moves on. There's a lot of clapping. Sort of get the sense that it's not very enthusiastic.
When boo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Don't boo.
Oh no, I'm booing.
Ashton, please.
Please boo louder.
You-
I'll try.
Some people give you like a bewildered look, but you get some like, yeah, as well.
Oh god.
And he steps and he goes at, step away to. Oh, he does bring up you guys specifically as well.
Oh yeah, what does he say about us?
Specifically paints it as, you've all heard of the heroes of River Bottom. They've made quite a stir in the last week, fighting monsters and cultists and convicts. And they have come here specifically because they believe in my mission and my goals for this land. And he makes a weird comment about how you're so diverse, he doesn't even know what most of you are.
That's great.
And so his parting remarks, he says he needs to go. His good friend Fonzip has finally returned to town. He's going to leave them in the excellent hands of his pick for ambassador, Quadron Mendes, who is now going to give a few remarks of his own. And so you see him. Fonzip's already like separate, pushed his way to the front at this point. And two of them walk out a door towards the back of the symposium hall.
Is Durga still following Fonzip?
Your cat?
Yep.
Yeah, he
Can I just like try to follow them out in the open?
yeah, everyone that wants to try to do that, including your familiar, needs to make a stealth roll.
Wait, what is happening? Is Fonzip's following Ulysses?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely following.
Got a non-natural 20.
Okay.
I got a 9.
Well, I was gonna say before we all make these stealth rolls, can I cast Pass Without a Trace?
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Wait, so
Wait, is anyone staying behind?
Listen to this guy.
Yes.
I'll stay
I
behind.
can do that.
Only if I fail the stealth roll.
aren't I mean, where are they right now again?
They're still in the symposium hall. You guys have walked outside.
Okay.
And you guys are walking around to the back where each of the three noble houses has a sort of office that is not accessible to through the rest of the symposium hall. It's accessible only from the outside portion that is directly adjacent to the gardens. So everyone who's following them, make a stealth roll.
Okay.
Wait, who is anyone staying?
Shadab is staying.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
I
not.
don't know what
Len
this guy
isn't
has to
actually
say.
going.
Yeah, Len is staying, but you're getting your
Durga's
sensory. You're getting your sensory input from.
Durga.
Yes.
I think I'll stay. It's probably best to just have the cat go.
I want to go.
Oh wait, Aster's going too. That's right.
Yeah, I'm casting Pass Without a Trace,
Okay. That'll definitely help.
which gives me, and I guess also the cat, if the cat wants to stay, +10 on this stealth roll.
Yep.
Nice.
You guys aren't
Plus
detected.
10?
Yeah.
Yeah, +10. It's a really good spell.
You guys
Damn,
aren't detected initially, but you can see there are a group of 4 guards standing in front of the 3 doors that lead into these various offices. So go ahead and make. This is going to be a really high DC to try to slip past these 4 guards and get in the door during the few seconds that it's open to this private office.
Wait, can we use what we already did, or we have to do it again?
No, you're making another stealth roll.
Okay.
No, wait. Did you guys just make stealth rolls just now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So what were those? What were those rolls?
Mine was a non-natural 20, but then there was the Aster bonus of 10.
Okay.
30.
Yeah, I got a 20, I got a
Jesus.
29.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, you guys. Aster really does not get close. Durga comes so close to getting inside, but just this right as the door's closing, he's about to slip in. Just this massive iron boot comes down and blocks him.
Oh man,
And the door
Sorry,
closes.
didn't get through. Damn.
that's crazy.
No, I mean yeah. This wasn't going to fly. I was only going to let either of you in if you got a natural 20.
But not both.
Jeff
Oh wait,
got
you
a
got
19.
an unnatural 20.
Yeah.
I got a 17 + 2 + 10.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so are you guys heading back inside, or are you going somewhere else? Are Durga and Aster?
So they like detected us?
Yeah, they stopped you, and this large ass pedant gentleman was just like, sorry, wrong way. You want to be back inside.
Oh, I'm looking for the vomit trench.
There's a pond over by the Acropolis. You can go use that.
A pond?
Yeah.
Wow, what a bunch of barbarians. And then I storm away.
Yeah. Are either of you going back inside? Or sorry, is Aster? Are you going back inside?
Yeah.
Okay. Is
Yeah.
Durga going back inside?
Durga will go back to Len.
Okay. Okay.
Those who can get arrested. I guess I say to the cat.
Aster would do
Speak
that.
with animals.
You guys all make it back inside, and Quadron is speaking now. He's sort of just gotten through his introduction of himself, and starts by saying, it has never been my intention to mislead Agros or his family. But before I express what I intend to do for Agronom, I need to invite two people up here with me now that I can take my oath as ambassador and not give Agros a chance to rescind my appointment to the office.
No. Don't do it.
And you can see people sort of push their way through the crowd and get up on stage. And because I'm not sure if any of you recognized them or if they were talking amongst you beforehand, but for the first time in 45 years, not one but two members of the Aldenian Grand Council have decided to visit. There's a gentleman on stage. He's got an Aldenian robe that's he's wearing from like his ankle up, but then it's tied off at the waist, and you can see he's got a number of metal clasps up his both of his arms. He's sort of got this like medium length silver hair. There's a woman on stage too that is wearing this like black and white layered robe that is sort of like white and solid underneath, with this black lace dress on top of it that sort of has an unsettling pattern to it. Looks like a lot of eyes, and just has this shock white hair with a few strands of black, and she just sort of seems like mentally not entirely present.
It's like Final Fantasy characters.
Yeah. And give me. And so he basically goes through and negates everything that Agros had just said. And he specifically wanted the members of the Grand Council there for the purpose of showing that he plans to commit to cooperation and proper subservience to the League for what it has done over the next year. Specifically makes a promise to deliver the head of the leader of the Argent Dawn, or the leader of the Argent Moon, to the Aldenian Grand Council. Says that there will be no further obstruction of the Aldenians' mission in Agronom. And then he turns it over to this gentleman that, he introduced these two people as The gentleman was Lucan Aramede, and the woman was Solaris Haverine. Turns it over to Solaris for a moment, who promises if Quadron lives up to his word, Solaris, who's now suddenly present, makes both the promise that the Opal Forge will be returned, and that worship of Agron as a war god will be reinstated. Which was something else that Agros didn't speak on, but Quadron did speak on at length, actually. Thought it was, just making this point about how it was important for the people to have, for their namesake, not to be associated with failure. That was, I don't know, got into a little bit of this earlier, but God Agron that Agronom is named for was previously the god of war, but after it joined up with the League, after Agronom joined up with the League because of the superficially pacifist posture of the League, because of a loss in war against the League that led to their inception, Agron was made into the god of death and failure. That appears to be a bargain that was reached. Quadron person and these two League counselors. And Quadron finishes talking, and everyone's just silent. No one says anything, and then the three of them just get off the stage.
Wait,
Sorry,
can
what were
erase
their
my
names again, real quick, before we do RP stuff?
Lucan Aramede was the gentleman, and Solaris Haverine was the woman.
And Aramine and Quadron is the new ambassador, and he is the one giving the speech.
Yes.
And then Lucan gave the speech that the Opal Forge will be returned, and Agron will be war god again.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I've got like a million questions.
Yeah, I glossed over a lot of history just there because I'd given Len a more complete description of it earlier. But what is the question?
Well, I mean, I pretty much just want to interrogate him about why what he said is the complete opposite of what Ulysses said.
Right. It's at this point, and you start to sort of like, they actually all peel out the same door that Fonzip and Agros left in, and as if by fate, just a few seconds after Quadron and the counselors have left, Ulysses and Fonzip come back in.
So wait. So what was? Can you give like the notes for Agro's speech later?
Yeah.
Because I kind of want to compare them with what Quadron said.
So wait, did everyone just like leave?
No. Everyone that was a guest is still just sort of like, there's this moment of shock, and then there are a few people that leave very fast after that moment subsides, but there's then there's sort of like an air of levity that takes over the room, and people just sort of go back to mingling.
Dude, does anyone else think that was fucking weird?
It was.
What was weird? Wait, am I with them now?
You are back with them now.
Yo, Fonzo, where'd you go? Yo, this is all too weird. And Jofino, where'd you go earlier?
What do you mean? I was just buying these clothes.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm freaking out.
Yeah.
So is Ulysses with us?
No.
Yeah, yo, where's
So,
Ulysses?
so just Fonzip walked back in?
Well, both of them walked back in, but Fonzip came over to you, and Ulysses appears to be speaking.
Speaking what?
Defonso, aren't you going to introduce us to Ulysses?
I'm sure we can arrange a meeting soon.
Let's go now.
What's he doing right now?
Yeah, so he was talking to someone. You know, he walked up and looked like he started talking to someone from another noble family. And after just a few moments of talking to the person, he lets out a terrible shout, like not any particular word, like an ah. But and then immediately turns and storms out.
Got it.
You guys, I don't think that Agros is feeling well tonight.
What do you mean by that?
Fonzip, his ambassador just said he would do the opposite of everything he claimed he would be. He's going to be loyal to the League, not Agronom.
Pardon?
Well, you heard him. That's exactly what he said in his speech.
I didn't hear
Fonzip,
him.
yeah, Fonzip was not there.
Quadron said that while he didn't mean to lie to Agros, that he is swearing an oath loyal to the League. And I don't understand what the divisions here are, but I don't think that Ulysses got what he wanted.
But Quadron and Agros are such great friends. I can't believe this. Did something happen? I don't know.
I'm not sure, but there were 2 Grand Council members from the Eldenian League here with him.
Oh my god, Quadron must have flipped.
Well, have you ever met him?
I've never met Quadron.
Do you want to go meet him now?
Not really.
Well, there's an explanation for all of this.
Well, I don't really know.
You know what,
much
Aster?
about-
I think I am going to go over to Quadron and see if there's an explanation a bit for this, but not because you told me to.
Right. You should bring it with you in case you need someone slashed across the face with bird talons.
Bring what?
Bring me with you?
Oh, no.
Okay.
I'm going to run after Ulysses, and as soon as I'm out of sight of everyone, turn myself back into actually, what was the urchin's name, and then try to catch up to Ulysses.
Phobos.
Phobos.
Okay, so you turn back into Phobos and you're chasing after Agros?
Yeah, if I can.
Yeah. He's not running. He's doing an angry power walk back to his house. I think
What happened?
What?
They made me into a joke. Not old enough to understand. It's all just a joke.
Explain it to me. I'm old enough.
I have to think. Everything has to change now.
Why did you pick him? I thought Quadron was your friend.
Yeah, I guess he wasn't.
Does this mean I can't live with you anymore?
No, I mean you do a good job. You haven't you ever backstabbed me though. Are you gonna backstab me?
Of course not. Is that what Quadron did?
Yeah, that is. I don't. Gotta find out for sure though.
Can I do anything to help?
No.
I mean, I still have my lockpick. I could sneak in and get something from him.
Stay out of it. In fact, see him just run the other way. That's where we should stop.
All right.
Let's make camp here in the middle of this symposium hall.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't get that far, but Agros actually is putting you all up at the Naked Archon.
Oh, okay, cool.
Is it fancy?
No, it's actually the third fanciest inn.
Yeah, whatever. This town's pretty nice.
Third fanciest.
It's not the
third
least
fanciest in the
fanciest.
city? Is it
Not
the third fan? Oh, sorry.
It's the third fanciest of 4 in the city.
Oh, okay.
All right.
That's pretty bad. Well, that's cool though. There's plenty of rats for me to eat.
Maybe. This whole
Enough
city
with
is
eating
full of rich
rats,
people,
you
right?
know
So it's
how
probably
I feel
still
about
nice.
that.
Yeah, the whole city is pretty bougie, so it's still pretty nice.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, cool.
I hope there's at least some rats.
All right, so can you post like the high points of
Yeah, for sure.
Agros's speech? I just want to take notes on it. 'Cause I feel like we can go talk to him about it later.
It's no one asked Fonza what him and Agros talked about.
I didn't think we had time
I tried
yet.
to, but I think I was freaking out.
I'm definitely gonna do that next time.
I wonder why we didn't RP that in session.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, I did ask, and I said, "Where'd you go?"
Oh yeah, he didn't respond.
He just brushed me off. What was it? No, he misdirected me.
There's a learning curve.
Oh no, it was you, Jofina. You distracted me. I was like, "Where'd you go? Where'd Jofina go?" And then you were like,
Oh,
"I just
yeah.
went to go get close." And I was like, "Oh yeah," and then I calmed it down. Huh.
This seems like some real Civ Pro stuff, Jack.
What?
I need to swear my oath before he can rescind the offer.
Yeah.
Big civil war. I said we kill them both and make Fonza the new king of Agro.
Fun game.
Cool.
So what I was going to do, but I know I didn't have enough time. I was actually trying to disguise myself as a magister and like do some really heinous shit like No, you know what? I was gonna try and disguise myself as Ulysses and then declare war on the Aldenian League. But that was probably not gonna work out.
Yeah, wait, when were you trying to do that?
Now?
I really thought you were gonna say make Agronom great again in your speech.
Oh man. Missed
Yeah.
opportunity.
Listen, Hoosiers don't declare war on the league.
Hoosiers?
Hoosiers don't discriminate.
Hoosiers love war.
I also thought you were gonna say something about making the wall around the city even bigger and better, and out of nice
No.
steel slats.
You know, like, as much as I sold that character as being like a Trumpy politician, like, if I do that, you know, like if I like if I lay that on a little, you know, if I lay that on thick, or, you know, like really the more he is Trump, the less of a real human that I can make him.
True.
Yeah, there's nowhere really to go from there.
Yeah, then
Yeah.
like he just has to be this like 100%
He's just a clown.
like like this despicable, disgusting, vile clown, you know? Like
Yeah, he seems
like-
more like the victim here than anything.
it is impossible to carve a 3-dimensional character out of the the caricature that is Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah, at best we can have like a shopkeeper who's a real bastard.
Right. Yeah, Trump's is definitely better for like a shopkeeper.
That'd be great. Just walk into a shop and says some really heinous shit.
Yeah.
It's really a
Whoa,
sad
whoa.
statement on the world when we're unwilling to make our fantasy characters as one who are actual politicians.
we walk into a shop and the guy's like, so are you guys carrying drugs or are you rapists or are you some of the few that I assume are good people?
And it'll be
didn't know
great
birds
too
could talk.
because if Jack does decide to do that, then it'll like come from nowhere. We'll be like, oh shit, he's doing the Trump shopkeep here.
Well, now we're going to expect it.
No, I just have to wait a long time.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, just wait till after the impeachment. No, but I really liked the little glimpse into his, sad personal life I got as that urchin. That was cool.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah. Well, we're not not done yet.
Yeah, we got real
It seems like
decisions
it just
to make.
started.
I was during the session. I was actually trying to like disguise myself as a magister and maybe like order all of the Highmane out of the city on some like wild goose chase. So we would, they'd be kind of unprotected in here, I guess.
Aster ordered an entire tray of booze.
Yeah, he did.
No, it was a gift. Oh yeah. Also, when we leave, remind me they're supposed to give me a gift. That's how it works. Is you show up with a gift and then you leave and you get a gift. And I know what you're thinking, and the answer is yes. Usually, what happens is the host just passes everyone's gifts around and redistributes.
That's great. It's a good tradition.
It is true. Yes, it is tradition.
The next session is just rehashing all of your traditions.
Just the vomit trench. That's a yeah.
Dude, I love the vomit trench. I gotta come up with some traditions myself.
Jeff, you really came out swinging with a lot of spicy bird mannerisms.
Yeah. Oh, and the cannabis funeral.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
I love that you just went to an apothecary shop and just got high with the.
Yes, that is awesome.
Like, that's someone's business.
No, dude, he was just that kind of shopkeeper.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sure he doesn't get that many people around here that are like Astor.
When a bird person walks into your shop, you got to take the opportunity, right?
Yeah.
It's the only building where inside is actually outside.
All right, later, guys.
Yeah.
All right, that was a good one.
User disconnected from
Yeah, it
your
was.
channel.